Oh, come, all you unfaithful, come, weak and unstable, come. No, you are not alone. Oh, come, barren and waiting ones, weary of praying, come, see what your God has done. Christ is born, Christ is born, Christ is born for you. Oh, come, bitter and broken, come, with fears unspoken, come, taste of his perfect love. Oh, come, guilty and hiding ones, there is no need to run. See what your God has done. Christ is born, Christ is born,
Isaiah 40, 1-5. Comfort, comfort my people, says your God. Speak tenderly to Jerusalem, and proclaim to her that her hard service has been completed, that her sin has been paid for, that she has received from the Lord's hand double for all her sins. A voice of one calling, in the wilderness prepare the way for the Lord. Make straight in the desert a highway for our God. Every valley shall be raised up, every mountain and hill made low. The rough ground shall become level, the rugged places a plain. And the glory of the Lord will be revealed, and all people will see it together. For the mouth of the Lord has spoken. This is the word of the Lord.
So we're now living in the most faithless country in the world. According to the latest survey results, nearly 38% self-identify as having no religion. Today's Advent theme is faith, and we all have it. We have faith in the basic laws that govern us, that the patterns of this natural world we live in act and respond in ways we can trust. We have faith in the rules in society that make life function smoothly and protest when they're not fair. We pay our bills even when they hurt because we trust that the checkout has added it up right. We have a sense of rightness and fairness, and we react when we feel things are unjust. We trust the people around us to behave appropriately and be trustworthy. We all have faith, which we exercise every day. Many who wouldn't call themselves Christians also exercise faith in times of crisis. God help me is a desperate cry from many lips, an anguished arrow prayer into the darkness. The second Sunday of Advent focuses on the faith of those looking forward to Jesus' arrival, in the same way that we look forward to his return. Their waiting and longing was based on God's love in the past becoming a reality in what was a very dark present. What they knew of who God was shaped their longing and their trust for the future. Advent season is an invitation to set your mind off the stresses of the year. We can take our focus off the crazy hustle of the season and the sadness that could accompany the different things that have coloured our year. Even when things feel chaotic, Advent is a chance to focus our thoughts on the gift God has given us in his Son Jesus, who stepped down from heaven and took the form of a man so that we might believe. The prophets looked forward to Jesus coming with great faith in such dreadful circumstances of destruction and exile. Many were ridiculed, their messages rejected, because people got on with their lives regardless of God, even blaming God for the place they had put themselves. In Jesus' story, we see many of those prophecies becoming a reality, their faith in God's promises being honoured in the person and the ministry of his Son. Today, we can recognise those past promises fulfilled and trust in God's future through Jesus, of his presence, of his Spirit who enables us to be his children, reflecting the Father's nature, of his return and the restoration of his creation. I was interested in an article that expressed it like this: the opposite of faith is despair, disappointment, disenchantment. And doesn't that reflect a huge slice of our society at the moment? But there is so much wonder, in the sense of something happening outside of our comprehension, in this very gritty story of a child born in poverty becoming the hope of the world. Jesus engages our faith not out of mandate or out of demand, but out of the sheer, unseen possibility that he brought into any and every moment. Of course, this is different from talking about faith in the sense of a religious tradition or system of belief, the Christian faith, for example. The quality of Advent is something much more than that. because it's about a person. When we were going through the pandemic, it became clear that faith must be more than mental assent to pieces of information, something beyond memorised facts about religion, especially when the future was so uncertain. The kind of faith that forms us, literally shapes and moulds our will and desires, and therefore our lives, is the kind that waits for the wonder and believes that it will come. It's the kind of faith that finds expression in care and compassion, and the wonder unfolds if only we recognised it. One writer said, "Faith is the near absurd inclination within us that God is actually bending towards us and not away from us." At a time like Christmas, this story is acutely present if we'd only listen to it. As we commute and shelter and work from home and do distance learning, we're aching and leaning and listening. Here the hopes and fears of all the years are met in Him. Having faith is trusting that just as God leaned into flesh through a baby in Bethlehem, the ark of divinity is leaning towards us where we are, as we face an uncertain future, as we struggle, as we wait.